something today when you say a living soul. So man became a living soul.
Yes, yes.
Not only living, but a living soul. A soul of we always say soul of, sometimes the soul is of our own desires, our own pleasures, our own thing, our own destiny and power, the soul of a man.
Yes, yes.
And so the breath of life is, in this, it says it made man a life. So when we read that in Genesis, let's read in Genesis also 6 and 17. Breath is recognized as a gift. So when we have the breath of God, the breath of God to his creation is a gift that is given. So when we live because God allowed us to breathe. And if you ever want to see the worst thing, it's somebody that just can't get their breath.
Yes, yes.
COPD. Where they want to get in oxygen and can't catch their breath. But this is what we read. Genesis 6 and 17.
And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life, from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die.
Okay, here God speaks to them now. Since I created and gave life, I am going to, man has got to the point where God just can't take it anymore.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
So I'm going to have to destroy
My.
life that I have given him.
All right.
Wherein under the heavens and the earth,
Yes.
the breath of life, I'm going to take it back.
Yes.
From every living thing,
Yes.
man and creature.
Yes.
So God says now, since it is a gift I give it to him, I'm going to take my gift back.
Yes, yes.
Because of man. And this is what God says, since I have given you life, I have allowed you to flourish, be autonomous, being over self-will soul.
Yes.
Having your own will, your own desire. I let you do it. He said, but man's every imagination, he said, what? Getting evil. Continuously. Let's read Job 12 and 10, if somebody got that for me. See what Job had to say about it.
In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind.
That's what we'll get to. So we got to understand, Job goes and speaks to God. Say, now God, you got control over wherever this bad condition I'm in. Wherever thing is happening, I got enough sense to know that you got control of every living thing.
Yes.
Job said, I got enough sense to know that you have control.
That's right.
And every living thing that on this earth that
Yes.
allowed to draw breath is in your hands. So he said, in whose hands is the soul of every living thing.
Yes.
And the breath of all mankind.
Yes.
So said the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So he always said, blessed be the name of the Lord. So he speaks in him and he knows that it's like even his situation. That Job, they told him, they were speaking to Job, his friends were telling Job, you were the bad situation, you done did something that dishonored God.
Yes.
You done did something that God had turned their back on you.
Oh, yes.
Job began to speak to him and said, y'all might actually think y'all know the mind of God, but I got enough sense to know that God is controlling everything.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
He said, in whose hands is the soul of every living thing. I know it's in the hands of God.
Yes.
And he said, and the breath of all mankind. I got enough sense to know I can't contend with God.
Right.
He said, y'all can always talk about, he said his friends was talking about how they thought God might have did this to him. Why God might do. He said, no, I don't even want to try to get on that plane. Because I know God got control.
Yeah.
And whatever I'm in, whatever situation is going on, it's because of God.
Yes. Yes.
And in that way, he knew that God was yet in control of every situation. And sometimes that's good for us, but we ought to know God is in control.
Yes.
Yes.
And he does it as he wants. And Job said, I will ask you, and I have no doubt that God is in control. And so he has control of our life. So we're in 2019, and we got to understand God got control of every living thing. Yes, as much as he has control of Trump.
Yes.
He got control of them in Syria.
Yes.
Much as he got control of them in Iraq,
All right.
Afghanistan.
Yes.
All these is minor things to God's control.
Yes. Yes.
Because we can see that, we can understand that God got control of every living thing.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And so we see that God is yet in control. And he
Yes.
says, but since breath is usually invisible and also may symbolize something without substance, a temporary state of existing. Read from Psalms 144 and 4. Psalms 144 and 4. Since this, you can't grasp. We can't get a grip on it. We can know the substance of breath. We don't understand why breath in man allows him to live. We can understand it functions to go in when we breathe in oxygen and oxygenated the blood and the blood flows. But you know, we still a mystery.
Yes. Yes.
Because we can't understand how the electronic nerves of the mind
All right now.
function for us to breathe. And how folks, they can keep the body going, but the soul and the spirit is gone.
Yes. Yes.
They can do all that, but they can't understand that God, yet in control, is something that we can't grasp. That's why breath is unusually invisible. When they use the definition of invisible, mean they don't understand.
Yes.
That is the word invisible. Symbolize something of substance. Someone read Psalms 144 and 4.
Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away.
Amen. Amen.
We don't understand why some can live long and some live long. And you know, some folks can be in great shape. We think that he's doing good. It reminds us of our congressman. You know, he exercised a lot, but he didn't know that God called time on him. He said, well, it was a genetic thing from his birth. When his heart failed, and he wasn't able to get his walking back, and he sort of a seizure. And they had to put somebody else in his place. But this was in God's control.
Yes, it is.
Right? You can say a lot of things going on. Oh no, it was yet in the control of God. And so it puts us at, we find out that our substance are in a temporary state of existence.
Yes. Yes.
So God told man, you know, that he promised, he gone and told us we get 70 So we glad to get but 70. God that gave us, because we in a temporary existence.
Yes.
So we can understand that these things are happening. But also we got to understand that the breath of God also, in a different sense, means the breath of God also means that God has significant power.
Yes.
Okay, we read, let's go back to Job 37 and 10, where he kind of ends it up with his friends and begin to tell them, say, now y'all understand, back there, when I spoke to y'all in 12 and 10, I told you that God control of every living soul.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And all mankind is in God's control because he controls life.
Yes, he does.
So also he shows us in the sense the breath of God is also mean that it means God has a signified God's power. Okay, Job 37 and 10.
By the breath of God, frost is given, and the breath of the waters is straight.
All right. By the breath of God, God allows frost to come over the earth.
All right.
By allow water to exist. Because, in other words, in the power of God, God spoke these things into being.
Yes, he did.
That's how powerful God is. And also when it talks about man in the beginning, it talks about how much power God had. God said he blew into man the breath of life. In other words, that's the power of God to allow clay to become living existence.
Yes.